All right, folks, I am Catch AIDS, the heavy metal picker. Let's see here. The Malevolent Creation show last night at King of Clubs in Columbus, Ohio, it was depressing. I fully expected to meet Phil from Malevolent Creation and do an interview. 20 years ago, I did an interview with former singer Kyle Simons. I have unearthed it recently, and if I was to put it on the internet again, we'd be canceled for sure. So I'm going to leave that lay. Anyhow, one of the questions I planned to ask Phil was if you had COVID or needed some kind of touring substitute, who would you pick to fill in for you? Well, I got my answer. They played as a three-piece without him, and there was no explanation why. I hollered, "Hey, where's Phil?" in between the songs, and the members laughed as if there was some joke that I didn't get. I have no idea who the three guys who were on stage were. They all did a great job. One ironic thing, this is the 30th anniversary of the Retribution album, so they're playing that album in its entirety. The guy singing and playing guitar must have been in his 20s. Now, playing guitar and singing, doing this stuff, doing just one of these things would be challenging, and he did both. And he did both pretty well, so good for him. I like to think that I'm pretty up to date on bands that I like. When I went home, I looked up on social media, on sites like Blabbermouth, like an explanation of why Phil would not be performing with Malevolent Creation. If he was sick, if he was injured, if he had work commitments, just a sentence or two to explain what was going on, this would have been fine. On previous dates for this tour, it was the same damn thing. They played as a three-piece, no mention of Phil. I think it is also weird that Malevolent Creation has a backup Facebook. Now, why would they need that? Is it because these guys who are in the band now are trying to wrestle away control from the band from Phil somehow? And their dismissive laughter toward me when I said, "Where's Phil?" might indicate that there's some kind of acrimony going on between Phil and whoever these new guys are. You know, if the guys in Malevolent Creation are listening to this, if you don't squash rumors and, make a nice, clear, concise statement, then that's what perpetuates rumors. So anyhow, despite the performance of Malevolent being good, and the openers were great, Church from Columbus, another band called Icona Vera from Columbus, and then Narcotic Wasteland, who's Dallas from Niles' newer band. They were all great. The show had maybe 100 concert goers there. And since most of them, including myself, are kind of old now, there was no moshing. And that's one of the reasons I want to go to Maryland Death Fest, because I just think it would be a more enjoyable experience for both the audience and the performers to see the bands in a larger audience, particularly a very rabid, enthusiastic larger audience, rather than, see them play like just to a handful of people in a smaller venue. So anyhow, if you have seen Malevolent Creation recently, or if you've ran into Phil from Malevolent recently, tell me what the hell you think.